Hello there, everybody. I hope you are doing well, or as well as could be expected under the circumstances, right? Gotta add that little bit on there these days, but we are gonna be okay. Together, we are stronger. That's been in my mantra over the last week, and it may be the mantra for the foregoing future, right? You may hear that a lot from me, and I hope that sinks in because I truly do see that Spirit gives that to me. You are helping me keep going, and I hope that I am helping you to keep going. So if you're unfamiliar with this format, if you know, I know I have a lot of new subscribers, for which I'm grateful. At least twice a month, I come on for the full moon and the new moon, and I do what's called pick a card readings. And it's where you are going to get a message from Spirit. It's a topic that I usually get in meditation before I tape. Today's topic is Jingle All the Way. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe they gave me that. I was like, what? And it was very clear. Jingle all the way. We have a full moon in Taurus. Taurus represents, it is ruled by the planet Venus, right? Goody goodies in love, abundance. Taurus has everything to do with our wealth, our valuables, what makes us feel stable and secure. Taurus the bull, being able to be solid. It is a fixed sign. So solid in your abundance in all areas that abundance means. We tend to go straight to money, and nothing wrong with that. I'm like, okay, Spirit. But also abundant health, abundant love, abundant opportunities, abundant friendships, abundance in all aspects, all areas of your life, right? So that's what this message is about. It is jingle all the way. And so what I want you to do, again, if you're not familiar, is you're going to look at these three stacks, see what your intuition leads you to. Many people choose more than one. Some people even watch all three stacks for messages. So however you're led, all right? But here's how it's going to go. And by the way, again, if you're new here, I have not seen these cards. If you know, I work with multiple decks, so it takes me a lot of time to get this on the table. And rather than let you sit there and just watch me flip cards, it's a good 20 minutes it takes me to get this together. So that's why the cards are this way, but I have not seen anything here. I won't see it until I reveal and try to get you a message and interpret for you, okay? I feel like it's a little dark in here, but if I use this, let me see how this looks. If I use this light, that is better, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use that light, but I hope then when I show you the cards, I'm going to try and work around the ring light. Alrighty? Okay, so pile number one will be citrine, if you're drawn to the citrine. Jingle all the way. Think about that. Thinking about your abundance. Full moon in Taurus. Last super moon of the year. Very, very powerful moon. All right, we have pile number two will be selenite. That's pile number two, selenite. And pile number three is our always necessary amethyst. Okay? Amethyst, pile number three. All right? So think on that. Think about, attune yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and think about how this, what this full moon in Taurus can show you, teach you from your spirit guides, your spirit team, Mother, Father, God, however you work, about manifesting your abundance. Jingle all the way in all the aspects of your life. Going in now, pile number one, those of you who were drawn to the citrine, let's see what's here. We have judgment. First card out the deck. I knew that ring light was going to get it. You all, I'm gonna have to go with a little less light, and hopefully you still get it. Yeah, you can still see that. So, judgment, first card out. It comes with the Six of Swords. So there's off the cuff, you all, I can see that there's some of you have reached a point of you've gone through certain things and you're looking for the next steps of your relationships and whatever represents abundance to you, because this is a path forward and this is a realization where you've learned some lessons, you've had some experiences, and you're like, okay, been there, done that. I get it, Spirit. Thank you for the message. That's your higher self. See how that her higher self emerges from her towards the heavens. Right? So that's your higher self saying you've learned some lessons and now it's this forward momentum. You have the Page of Swords. So it's what you're thinking about, what you're praying about. Jingle all the way for you right now. Spirit is saying be very, very aware of your wording. Be aware of your prayers. Be aware of how you are adapting to circumstances going forward. Also, manifestation journals are really good for you all, pile number one. Writing things down. For you, when you put things in writing, they tend to start, spirits like, okay, we're in agreement. I see what you want. We're in agreement. We're going to come try to help you, right? Two of Pentacles. This is perhaps some of you, if you were drawn to this citrine, your abundance is going to come to you in more than one way and through more than one avenue. It could be both work and relationships. It could be you having to multitask, and that's what you're moving towards. It could be some of you could have more than one job, juggling relationship with career. That is because both of those are avenues to abundance, right? So there's some of both of that. Well, I still don't like this lighting. Hold on for me 1 second. I'm going to bring another backlight a little bit closer and see if that helps at all. Let's see if that, I'm going to hope that helped a little bit. Yeah, I think it did. Okay, good. I don't like when it's too dark. All right, so that's it. More than one avenue for you all to your abundance, that jingling all the way. But you've learned some lessons in how to do it. This is not something that you're starting from scratch, but it has everything to do. Pages are new energy, vibrant new energy. So it really has so much to do with your thoughts, how your thought patterns and your thoughts saying, I'm ready to move on. All right, you have, read that, go for it. Go for it. And this is a new moon in Aries sign from the moon manifestation deck. But check out that message. Go for it. Go for it. Moving ahead towards something that you recognize you're ready for. It is all systems go for you all, pile number one. And I'm going to tell you, some of this is because you've learned some lessons the hard way. Whether it was, not being smart with your money, or maybe even if the, excuse me, if this is health, because abundance has to do with health as well. Taking a sip of my coffee. I'm taping early this morning. Don't have my voice up. My vocal cords are still waking up. So you've got go for it. And you have, I love this. When my mind is still, I hear my inner voice. See? So that's why you got that Page of Swords. It's your inner voice. And again, Spirit is confirming part of your ability to jingle all the way and manifest as through this new moon, full moon energy in Taurus has so much to do with your thinking, with what you say to yourself, what you say to others, what you speak out loud, what you write in your journals, okay? You have the sacral chakra that's come for you. And if you're not familiar with the chakra system, the sacral chakra is that area between it's between your belly button and your tush, right? It's the womb area in women and sort of the prostate area in men, right? It's right above the root chakra, and it has everything. You see all this beautiful, vibrant orange color? It has everything to do, and look, I love I'm tripping out, y'all. You see the sort of the vibe of the color combination here with your thoughts, and here, go for it with the sacral chakra, that color combination there, that sort of orange vibrant. This is creativity. And your sacral chakra rules creativity. It also rules passion and pleasure and sensuality, things that are also associated with Taurus, right? With that Venus energy. So you're going to go for it, going for it, moving forward in that Six of Swords, but also mindful of the fact that you deserve pleasure. You deserve jingle all the way. You deserve the goodness, I love this. You've got alchemy. Ooh, with fire. All right, now, let's get it. You are changing up, or you have the ability to change up and alchemize what you need in order to jingle all the way. And fire comes very strongly for you. Fire is a creative energy as well, a very creative energy. And I think what this alchemy is, first of all, alchemizing your thoughts and your speech, to speak words of love, to speak words of gratitude, to be cognizant and aware of that higher self that is always with you and emerging from you, so that you create the dynamic to bring more than one opportunity for abundance in your life. Multiple streams of, for some of you, this is literally multiple streams of income. You could have, if you're retired, it could be your social security, but you also have a job on the side or a little side hustle. If you're working, it could be you may be working for a company, but also an entrepreneur. If this is it could be, again, going back to juggling both abundance in a relationship and abundance in your career, and having adequate time for both, knowing how to balance and juggle both. You have Soldier. This is an oracle deck that has to do with people. So you either could have ties to the military, or someone around you could have ties to the military, or symbolically, this is having to do with a mindset, soldiering on, being solid, and knowing that you are working and living for a cause. Jingle all the way for you. Part of your blessings and your ability to manifest, pile number one, is if when you feel a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, a sense of even here it says loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. If you, part of your ability to manifest and jingle, right, is when you know that you are doing it for a larger purpose and a larger cause. That is so that's your go-to. If you need to stay motivated on the changes that you're going to make and are making, because you got that judgment. So that says you've had some experiences. You've already learned some lessons about abundance, about good health, about wellness, about being more aware of what you are saying, both internally, your inner voice, and externally as well. How you wield that sword, the sword being the tongue, the speech in this case. All right. Now you've got a horned cactus, and that says resourcefulness. Your jingle, is you've learned, maybe that was part of these lessons in judgment. You've learned how to be resourceful. You learned how to, and the prickly parts, you might have gotten pricked a couple of 2, 3, 4 times, right? In relationships, in your money situations, your finances, etc. You've learned, that's how you learned the lessons, was because you got pricked a few times. But there's this resourcefulness as a result of that. That was the lessons that you've learned, or part of the lessons that you've learned, is you have become really resourceful. And I think Spirit is saying that's part of what the word I'm getting is qualifies, which is interesting. It's part of what qualifies you to be able to move forward on these multiple fronts of abundance, both, again, in relationship as well as business, in your spiritual growth as well as your practical concerns, your day-to-day concerns, all of it working together to show up in your life as abundance. Now we have here, what is this? Damp and rainy realm, moisture abounds, wet serenity, and drizzly delight. This is a sense of place. Some of you could really like rain, or lakes, or oceans, or places where there is moisture. I also feel like this has to do symbolically with the flow of life. That you allow yourself, you see those mushrooms growing. There's something here where what you create has to be watered. This is your life being watered, your dreams being watered, your thoughts of what's possible being watered so that they can grow. That's the moisture that abounds. So being in places where that make you feel growth, where there's growth happening. This could be gardens, this could be flower gardens, this could be you connecting with plants, etc. But that's the moisture is, we're all comprised mostly of water, right? And there's this, and notice the second thing there, I'm really drawn to that. It says wet serenity. In those places, seek places that give you serenity. And I definitely feel gardens, but it's someplace watery. For some of you, it's what do you call that? Where the fish, it's those orange fish. Oh gosh, I can't think of it. They'll bring it to me, or somebody will put it in the comments. But it's those ponds, and you see those beautiful koi fish, and you see those beautiful fish going through it. There's something there. You might even benefit from bringing up a YouTube video of koi fish in a pond, or videos where there's water, and it brings you the vision of how to move forward. Okay? Don't know where I got that from, but you know I'm going to give the message to you like I get it. And then you have, oh my goodness, come through, Spirit, why don't you? Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Now, I'll tell you what I love about this. Remember, you also got that soldier? And Spirit gave, was this message of, as you do things, recognizing that you do it for a larger purpose and a larger call, that's what keeps you steadfast. And notice that last part, to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. There's your confirmation. You jingle all the way, or you will jingle all the way, pile number one, because when you put yourself into a space and dedicate, and your thoughts and your speech, and you write it out, that what you when you jingle, everybody jingles. When when you settle into your abundance, when you get these multiple opportunities, so that you're, as they say, you're jingling, baby. When you're in that, everybody benefits. That's your motivation. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for others. And your final card, boom, angelic protection. You have the assistance. This is your sign and your message that you 100% have the assistance of your spirit team during this time, especially given the time that we are in right now, pile number one. We all know, the challenges that we face. We know what we're going through. A lot of this has caused tremendous anxiety over, talk about jingle all the way, financial future, healthcare, the markets, the stock markets, etc., the economy, inflation, all sorts of things. But you've got angelic protection. You have angelic protection as well. So they're saying don't spend time in that headspace, watching what you think and what you say. Don't spend any time there. By focusing on that, what you need to do, and your jingle, your abundance helps more than yourself. That's what puts that fire inside of you, lights you up to be creative, to go for it, to say, that's it, I'm going for it. And this is inspirational, that water area, that dampness. So you get inspiration from things that grow out of water. Also, I'm hearing lotus, going back to this card here, lotus, figures. We know that the lotus grows out of the mud and out of water, but damp places are actually medicinal for you. All right. Woo. All right, pile number one. I hope that touched you, because it sure touched me, and I wish you the absolute best now and always. All right, moving on now. Those of you who were drawn to this selenite, pile number two, if you were drawn to the selenite, let's see, jingle all the way. Let's see how you're going to jingle. 8 of Wands, time for some movement. 9 of Wands, that's really interesting. That comes right behind it. You're moving through a time of feeling very busy, doing a lot of things, multitasking. But there's an energy behind you that's going to move you through that. You actually have the moon that's come forward. So this full moon in Taurus, pile number two, Spirit is definitely saying heads up, because something that you have been utilizing and are utilizing a lot of your energy to prosper, whether this is, the energy you're putting into your relationships, trying to take better care of your health, definitely your money, Taurus, what you value, your home, etc., what brings you stability. You're working really, really hard at it. And there's that, but there's working hard at it. Ooh, I just looked down and saw that. The 8 of Pentacles, the card of mastering your skills, hard work. Look, he is hard at it. Hard work. So you are in the thick of it, Spirit is saying, pile number two. You are definitely doing your level best to produce, to stay on track, to stay motivated, to see the larger picture. Some of you might be feeling a little tired because Nine of Wands is a card of like, I'm pushing it to the max. But the Eight of Wands gives you the inspiration to do it. And also, Spirit is saying to tell you, be aware of what you are absorbing, right? Music, dance, activities that you participate in. These are things that can fuel you, that can energize you to keep you moving. Because psychically, listening to your intuition, but some of you might be losing sleep because, you might just be feeling a little worn down because you are working so hard. But there is energy here to help you get through it. You are stepping into your power. Pile number 2. Talk about jingling. And that's part of what's motivating you to take on everything that you need to do. Like, push through. You will not give up because you are stepping into your power. I'm evolving as a soul when I am aware of my soul's journey. Look at that. There's all of this evolution around you. You jingling and this full moon in Taurus has a lot to do with you stepping into your power and also recognizing, pile number 2, that all this effort that you're putting out, what Spirit is saying, you reap what you sow. And so instead of, letting it wear you down, just hold on a little bit tighter and know that this is mastery here. This is you becoming really good at what you do. Whether it's your spiritual work, your physical life, you're taking care of your health, your relationships, learning how to better budget and manage and invest your money, whatever is absorbing your energy, you are stepping into your power in mastering that. It is not for naught. And recognizing that as you do that, you are evolving as your soul. You're living your soul purpose. You're on your soul's journey. You are on point. All right? Just breathe. If you needed that message, there you go. Just breathe. Just breathe. Because that's going to help you deal with, on some of you may be feeling like, doggone it, but I'm not superhuman. And Spirit is saying, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are superhuman in terms of recognizing your power, in terms of recognizing who you are as an infinite soul. And so just breathe, take some time out, chill, go for a walk, sit in a park, put the phone down for a while, stop checking messages, and just chill out and be, especially now during this full moon. We are already in the energy. When full moons come, we know that energy is really intense, both the couple of days before and the couple of days after. All right. So definitely over the weekend, take some time. You have witchcraft here, pile number 2, with all those beautiful plants. So part of what will energize you or re-energize you is working with the earth, working rituals with the earth, lighting a candle, spending some time in nature, putting your feet in the grass, going, or if you can get to a body of water, putting your feet in the water, all of those things. That's what it means by witchcraft. Witchcraft is really, when we talk about spells, and I'm talking about hexes and all of that, we're in a lighter space right here. This meaning of witchcraft is about, look how beautiful that is, the plants, the flowers, and the earth-based. How do you bring things, and that goes so lovely with this just breathe, lying there on the earth with those flowers. You see that energetically, how it goes together? That's what Spirit is saying to you by witchcraft. It's manipulating your day-to-day environment in ways that can better benefit you, because here you are in charge. Stepping into your power has everything to do with that spirit of witchcraft, because that's what it is. It says, I will do what I know how to do, to take energy, jingle all the way, make myself feel better, have the energy that I need to persist to do my work, and know that intuitively, psychically, I'm on my soul's journey, and I've got what it takes to make this happen. Now, you also have a child showing up here. So for some of you, there's either a child that's very important in your life, It could also be that part of you is you've been reminiscing about your own childhood. It's also, I'm getting a message. I just looked down and saw this says beacon of hope, spring buds, innocent growth, and vulnerable. So symbolically, it could be, Spirit is saying, giving you a message about being childlike in your approach to life right now, because this Nine of Wands is seriously adulting. That's seriously adulting. That's seriously having to, do what's necessary, the bills, the relationships, giving all of yourself and then some. But your ability to step into your power, pile number 2, is to be childlike, be vulnerable, give it up, be a beacon of hope. Hope springs eternal, evolving in your soul's purpose. And you have the Fool. Brand new journey awaits you. Brand new journey awaits you. It takes you out of just feeling the day-to-day. You, pile number 2, need a switch up. Like that's your road to jingling all the way and having more abundance in this full moon in Taurus. You need like a vacation, a pamper day, a massage, something that just feels playful and off the beaten track. Taking that moment to just breathe and enjoy your life. In doing that, you may feel like you don't have time for it, or you're stepping away from your responsibilities, but energetically it brings you, it creates a space of bringing you more abundance, because as your vibration changes, then Spirit can help bring those changes to you. And you have Metox, repairing the mind, body, spirit. Okay, you see that? You see the confirmation there with the just breathe. You see that with that childlike energy even. There's a need to detox. You got a full-on message that's come through here as we build the cards, pile number 2. It's time. All of this busyness, all of this responsibility, all of this heaviness, all of this worry even perhaps that you're doing about your job. Maybe some of you are worrying about your financial stability, your home, your relationships, the things that keep your life on track, but you got to detox. There's if you can connect, if you can lighten up, lessen up a little bit and connect to a sense of faith, a sense of, what is the word that they're giving me? Like, don't worry, be happy. Everything's going to be all right. If you can get that sort of in a mindset, like really feeling that and believing that and vibing with that, pile number 2, that's when you see a lot of things really opening up for you and starting to take shape. You have a parking lot here, and I think symbolically that's a more confirmation of taking that time for the detox. It's like park the responsibilities, park those things for a minute that are taking up a lot of your mental, physical, and spiritual energy. I'm just now hearing, they're saying create or carve out, like even if it's just 1 hour out of a day or 30 minutes out of a day, where you do something that feels playful, that feels, for some of you, it could even be playing a game, doing a puzzle, doing some gardening. It's just something that makes you feel free and light and able to just park all that stuff that's weighing you down for a moment. Park the thoughts and the worries and just breathe. Just breathe. Not even, not dealing with anything that weighs you down or makes you feel heavy. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. Some of you may be dealing with something. I don't want to gloss over it or make you feel like I'm glossing over it. I'm recognizing in this energy that some of you may be dealing with something serious. There could be a real financial crunch, health issue, responsibilities that you have, that you're facing. I can literally see the weight of it here in front of me. But I also am seeing so many confirmations from Spirit that are saying, as you align with love, as you detox, as you take time to just breathe, as you go within and be more playful in your mindset, in your energy pattern, returning to that space of anything is possible. Anything is possible in the moon. In the Fool. I've got the moon over here, in that Fool energy, right? Being impulsive, but not in a bad way. Now, I will hold those words, those separate meanings, that clarity down at the bottom, because some of you could be either you have experienced people, or you're trying to help people out who have been irresponsible with money, irresponsible in their love and affection, whatever brings that, whatever has a connotation of abundance for them. You could be dealing with either you were part of this behavior, or people around you were a part of that behavior, and that's part of what you inherited, or you set out to fix with all of this work, to take care of it, to be the fixer. But here, your spirit team says, turn to them for strength and guidance. More. Clearly, you already know they're there. You may be praying. You may be like, well, I'm doing that. But then take this as a confirmation in this reading during this full moon, that your spirit guides are showing up to say, we are here to give you the strength and the protection that you need, and the guidance that you need to know how to move forward. Moving forward in love. Overall, now that I have all these cards on the table, your message for the selenite, you all, is... And it's interesting because selenite is a powerfully cleansing stone. It is a cleansing stone that doesn't have to be cleansed, because unlike many other crystals, it does not absorb the energies around it. It just stays in this powerful state of cleansing. And so you need that detox. You need cleansing from these burdens or sense of responsibility, because you're stepping into your power. And if financially, because again, the whole meaning of this reading, Jingle All the Way, full moon in Taurus, this definitely is about your money, your home, your investments, your savings, your security, your love life, your connections, all of those things that make you feel good and safe and stable. You have worked really hard to make sure that happens. Mistakes have been made, but your way forward is to take some time to seriously breathe, step into your power, utilize that witchcraft, utilize your abilities to plant, to light the candles, to say the prayers, to do more, to be more active in a childlike, like keeping hope, refresh, restart, getting in touch with the universe, aligning yourself, and knowing that through all things you are loved. There is strength and protection that is offered to you at all times. All right, pile number 2. I hope that was helpful. That felt really good. And I can feel the work that you're doing. And Spirit acknowledges that work that you're doing. And it's going to pay off. Okay? Just need some you time. All right. And finally, pile number 3. Those of you who were drawn to the Amethyst. Let's see. Jingle All the Way. Full moon in Taurus for you. We have the Knight of Cups coming through, looking good. Maybe some focus on love and focus on, and Knight's a movement. So it might be that you've got some plans, or maybe Spirit is saying make some plans for what brings you pleasure. Remember, I'm taking a sip of coffee. Hold on. Remembering that Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is about what brings us pleasure. It is about the finer things of life. Good food, good wine, good coffee, good tea, good times, a beautiful home. It's all of those things that you may be moving toward right now. And 4 of Swords. So you may be thinking, even if you're not moving yet, you're getting clarity around what next moves you need to make to feel the feels and feel good. There's the 8 of Cups. So some of you, it's interesting here again that if you chose Amethyst, which is a tremendously healing stone, there you may be going through a period of healing. Some of you may be going through a period of healing regarding love, regarding a relationship, or your desire for a relationship. And the thing is, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, with an 8 of Cups energy, yes, you are walking away from something emotionally, but that's because you're walking towards something else. And you have a 9 of Cups coming right behind it. This is your wish card, what you really want. what you really want. That I'm going to actually put that next to that Four of Swords, because that's, you may be getting in this full moon in Taurus, Spirit is giving you an opportunity to get really clear on what it is that you want when you are ready to move forward again and open your heart again after a period of time that you had to step away from something. There's a card here that says attend to the details. Attend to the details. So if this is abundance in a relationship, it's understanding. That's why that Four of Swords says take your time and go over, think about what's really happened, thinking about what you can do about it, but thinking about what you really want from it. And if this is in reference to more down to earth, like money, you may be moving on from a job or a situation where you were not getting the return on your investment that you really wanted or needed. And so attending to the details is literally sitting down and mapping out. I see some of you with piece of paper and a pen, or on your computer, on your laptop, your tablets, and saying, okay, here's what I got coming in, here's what's going out, here's a deficit, or here's how I can save. Like this, attending to the details, creating a budget that you can stick with. You have beyond my mind, I am consciousness in human form. That's attending to the details as well, pile number 3. It's bringing a lot, like getting down to business. Your jingle all the way, and this full moon in Taurus is bringing you to a space of understanding that what you want, there is a time to take time to meditate, to walk away, but there's also a time to plant the seeds for what you want to happen next. And there's a lot of that. 9 of Cups is the wish card again, as we said. So you're in a space of beyond your mind. You are consciousness in human form. It's relying on your consciousness, your higher self, to help manifest the deed, bring down into the earthly plane the details, the ideas, the actual aha moments. Okay, if I move a little bit of this money over into this account, or if I change this brand, and so instead of 150 at the grocery store, I come out 130, I can take that 20 and do XYZ with it. You see what I'm saying? That's just examples, but there's a reconfiguration. That's what you're getting clear on. That's so that you can feel like you're ready to move ahead in your hopes. There is renewal in this time for you. It feels like, as these cards are coming together, pile number 3, there's more to come for you. I just want to say that out loud, out my mouth, out my spirit. There is so much more to come for you. And you need this renewal, because I'm going to put that over there next to that 8 of Cups even, because when you've gone through a period of having to walk away from something, whether this is a way of life, a job, the way that you used to handle your money. Some of you may have even moved or are considering a move, walking away. Anything that affects your stability and your money and your sense of safety and security in your life. That's what's been under review. And there's a sense of renewal that's coming for you. All right, we have the storyteller. Hold on, you all. My air conditioner is coming on. It's going to mess with my sound. Hold on. Sorry about that. I bumped up against the table. Yeah, that thing is loud. I'm in Florida, and we are still full blast on, sorry about that. We are still full blast on air conditioning. Okay, there we go. So there's a storyteller that just came up for you. That's really interesting. That feels like there's a part of you during this time of, remember that 4 of Swords, taking time to get clear? I feel like in a very practical level that there's information for you through books, through teachers, through motivational speakers even. There's information that's being offered to you or that's available to you, pile number 3, where you can better put what you are going through and what you want and designing and planning that future of abundance, that jingle all the way. There's something in the form of stories. And it also could be when you get around others who have undergone similar experiences to what you've undergone, that too is a part of what gives you attending to the details is in these stories, because that's what heightens your consciousness so that you can move forward. Because I keep going back to that first card of that Knight of Cups. It just feels like all things that are happening for you right now, pile number 3, are leading you back into a space of what's possible to enjoy your life. Because the Knight of Cups really is a powerful, beautiful image and energy and archetype of loving, of feeling loved, of being an expression of love, and jingle all the way, right? Having all of those. Now, I got a doctor that just came up, a healer of an ailment treatment. So some of you, I take this to mean some of you could in fact be going through something health-wise. This could be mental health as well as physical health and spiritual health for that matter. But it could be either that you need to see a doctor, a therapist, and it doesn't even have to be completely in a professional context, Spirit is saying. This could be someone who is just good for you, who helps give you medicine in many different ways. Notice it says here, a healer of ailments, right? Or compassion. Notice even at the bottom of that, it says compassion. Let me hold those keywords up for you again. So this is storyteller. I think for some of you to be around others who understand your experience, who have shared or similar experiences, this is what contributes to that renewal that we saw coming for you. And it is a part of raising your consciousness. It's why you need to take a break, because it feels like you have been through something. And if you are dealing with a health issue, or trying to help someone around you who's dealing with a health issue, then attending to the details would have a lot to do with this doctor medicine, because it is, getting prescriptions, getting the things, that is the jingle. A doctor could be a form of abundance as well, because if you get good care that you can trust and believe in, and that is actually good for you, then it moves you forward. Okay? So if it's a physical situation you're dealing with, then yes. If it's more spiritual, so go see a doctor. If it's more spiritual, it could be people who doctor your soul. For instance, you could feel in this context, getting these readings is part of what doctors your soul, because it gives you that clarity and some comfort, etc. You get what my meaning with that? All right. You have the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. So you will, and you are moving on above. That's that raising your consciousness beyond your mind, because there's something that you are learning to see from a higher perspective. It's why you had to move on, that 8 of Cups. It's why you had to move on from a given situation or a given way of life or being, because your abundance, this Taurus full moon is helping you to see with the eyes of the eagle, rising above the fray, being able to get some distance. And I also think that's why the storyteller came up for you all, pile number 3, because by understanding and putting your story in context, here's what happened, here's why I think it happened, here's what I think I can do about it, or what I should do about it, that gives you eagle eyes, that gives you the sight that you need. You have a roof, overhead shelter, a protective canopy, and rooftop views. You would do really well, and I noticed too, eagle flies high, skyward, roof. So medicinally, or in terms of a place that will help you during this time, pile number 3, in one of the other piles we had a lot of water elements. Here I think that heights help you. Sitting on a at a higher elevation, seeing things from a lot higher perspective. Even I just heard, if you go on YouTube, there are beautiful videos that are done by drones, where you can see beautiful landscapes and things where they send the drones out and they capture all of these things on film. That is a part of it. There's something medicinal there for you. There's something where you watching things from a higher perspective is going to help you during this time. And you have, I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Patient. Patience, Four of Swords, taking that time to step back and get clear. By doing that, whatever is of the highest good is coming to you. And your final card, oh my gosh, look at how this comes together. Intuition and downloads. Look at even how the colors are coming together with that. Intuition and downloads, pile number 3. This full moon in Taurus for you is leading you to a space of more love and joy and abundance. Truly jingle all the way to the things that you truly have wanted in that 9 of Cups. It's going to come from your intuition, and you're going to be getting some downloads. And these downloads are going to require for you to be patient and get yourself into a space of from on high. If you can, wherever you live geographically, if there are mountains near you, and if there are not, then again, I get get online, go on YouTube and look up some of those 4K videos where they're just scenic, scenic places. You can travel, go to other places, but the idea is that you see things from a higher perspective. It gives you that renewal that you need right now. It raises your consciousness, and to gather with those who either reading books, going to listening to quote unquote doctors, motivational speakers, if this is a more immediate need with health, then and remember, all entertainment purposes only. I have to say that I can't diagnose or you get it, you understand what I'm saying. But if this is an actual going to get attended to and care, then that's attending to the details. But on a higher level, if this is more getting your spirit, getting your opening up yourself to get to this area of that Knight of Cups spiritually, you're going to be getting some downloads and knowing that whatever is for your highest good is coming to you. It's coming to you. It's coming from on high. Keep your head to the sky. Read the books, tell your stories, talk to other people, be around others who get it, who get what you're talking about. Seek the help that you need. Allow yourself to receive the compassion from those who truly care, who are doctors of the soul as well as doctors of medicine. All right? Woo! All right, pile number 3. That's what I got. I hope that is helpful. I hope that it pings you, and I wish you the absolute best. All right? All right, I'm going to close this one out. Bye-bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.